Hey guys, welcome back to Yellow Shoelaces. Today is Thanksgiving Eve. It's the day before everything goes down. I'm talking cornbread, I'm talking sweet potatoes, ham, turkey, all the fixings. Now, me personally, my two favorite, cornbread, mac and cheese. I'm not a meat eater, but if I were, I would forego all of that meat just for the cornbread and the mac and cheese. I could totally have leftovers for a week with just those two side dishes. So delicious. So I'm actually making dinner. We're staying home. I may or may not have company. Don't really care if I do because the food will be made and it will be et. Yes, sir and ma'am, the food will be et. I look forward to having company because I like hosting and I don't mind, catering to people. I remember back in the days, we would go house hopping, getting a little bit here, getting a little bit there because it was just fun seeing everyone, talking and eating food and know you're going to the next house to get something else delicious because somebody always made something a little bit better than, the last house. And you avoided a lot of family squabbles that way by house hopping. And I don't know why it is that on Thanksgiving, that's when all the family drama comes out. And I want to say it's because it's a house full of people, but I don't know because New Year's Eve, you get together with family and friends, you ring in a new year. And maybe because you want to start fresh, maybe that's why there's no fighting. I don't know. But even Christmas, but then that's, Jesus's birthday. So maybe that's why there's no fighting. But Thanksgiving, the day that we are giving thanks, is when fisticuffs happen. People yelling, screaming, fighting, bringing up old stuff. It's crazy to me. So I'm thinking maybe that's why people nowadays, even before pandemic, I noticed that a lot of my friends and family were staying home, making small meals just for their families, and not really traveling that much. So I don't know. That could be a reason. But I am more than happy to host because when you come over, I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to sit, relax, take off your shoes, do nothing except maybe pour yourself your favorite drink. I don't like going to someone else's home as a guest, having to work. And now, by work, I mean, like if it's grandma or an elder family member and they need you to, maybe stir the batter, cut up some greens or something, that's different. But if you're like a cousin or a friend and you invite me over to dinner and, you're like, oh, I forgot to get like a stick of butter or brown sugar. Can you run to the store? No, I'm not running to the store to get a stick of butter or any brown sugar. Because if I run to the store, I'm leaving and I'm not coming back. And I'm just going to order Chinese food. I'm not doing all that. You come over to some people's houses and they're just like, help me cut up these potatoes. I don't want to cut up the potatoes. I want to sit. I want to relax. And I want to have my wine, which I brought 2 bottles of. So I want to talk to you while I watch you work and cater to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be a guest. And I know some people might say, oh, that's a little selfish. They invited you over. It's a time to get together and blah, blah, blah. No. You invited me as a guest and I want to be a guest. I want to take my shoes off and recline in a chair. I want appetizers. I want some chips and some, wine to just sit back and relax. And, I'm not saying I want to sit and watch TV and ignore you. We will have conversations while you're chopping up things. But that gets me to my other point. These side dishes should be made already. The only thing that we should be talking over is the meat in the oven. So we can both be sitting at the table having wine while the meat is cooking. So there's absolutely no reason I should be running errands or chopping up cheese to make your mac and cheese or stirring batter for the cornbread. Absolutely no reason I should be doing any of that. And now that I'm thinking of it, this is probably how fights happen at Thanksgiving because you're asking me to do too much. So I'm going to feel away. I'm going to say something to our other cousin who's going to say something to his mama, who's going to bring it back to you. And here we go. That's how the fights start. So I figured it out. Stop asking people to do stuff, and you won't even have to worry about all this craziness going on in your house. Yeah, what do you say about that? What says you? Are you okay with being a hostess, or do you like being a guest? And as a hostess, are you okay with catering to all your guests? Do you expect them to help you out? And as a guest, do you feel obligated to help someone cook or, run errands for them if they forgot something when you're coming over their house? My shoes and coat are off already. No, I don't want to do it, and I'm not comfortable with that. So I had to cut a few people off a few years ago. I'm not going over. And you're welcome to come over and I'll cater to you. And I won't expect that. Just don't bring up old stuff from when I was there before and you made me work, and there will be no drama at the house. So yeah, that part. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. How do you feel about like working on Thanksgiving when you're a guest and you brought alcohol? That's your contribution right there, and to tell them how good their food tastes, right? So I will be home. I expect people to bring Tupperware. I don't like giving out Tupperware to people because I know how people get sometimes, and I feel weird when people give me Tupperware. I like the glass dishes now, the Pyrex, because, you can clean them and it looks clean. And I'm pretty sure, like me, most people wash the dishes again after they loan them out because you don't know. And I'm sure people wash dishes and give them back, but you like your own cleanly situation. But I find when people give you Tupperware to take food in, and you bring it back, even if this Tupperware was stained already, I feel a way because I want it to be extra clean, because I feel like they're not going to remember that this plastic Tupperware was stained when they gave it to me, because you really can't tell, because the food is in it. So that you had, say, mashed potatoes or cranberry sauce. But then when you put the container in the sink to wash it, it's like yellow curry stains. And you're like, okay, that is not the food stain, to match what I had. So now you're over obligated to clean this because you give it to them and they're just like, dish ain't clean. Now what do? Do you go out and buy another set of Tupperware to give them? Or do you just keep the Tupperware and just, hey, chalk it up to just, they're going to think you're crazy for not returning their Tupperware and they'll just never give you anything again. So folks, paper plates. You don't have to worry about sending people home with your Tupperware. Paper plates and aluminum foil. Make that happen tonight before Thanksgiving Day, so your guests will not have to go out and run errands for you. Stick of butter, sugar, paper plates, and aluminum foil. And maybe some Tupperware. We're not doing that anymore. I want to sit, I want to eat, I want to give thanks with my good friends, my good families, members that, I chose to have in my presence for Thanksgiving Day. And I know I'm rambling, but I really feel a way about that, maybe you don't. I don't know. I do. I'm entitled. I'm the one eating and drinking wine. So if you don't want me to feel that way about you, then just come to my house and you don't have to worry about it, because I will give you appetizers and I will make an awesome cornbread, mac and cheese, ta-da, and a tofu casserole. Okay, we're not having tofu casserole. Disregard. We're not having it. We're going to have a roast. Plant-based, but a roast stuffed nonetheless. Guys, I want to thank you for listening to this episode. I hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving. I want you to remember to always stay intrigued. And until next time, bye.
expect you. Just expect.